That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear, YPR. Amazing feeling being up here. First off, guys, thank every single one of you for coming out, taking the time. Like Darren Hardy said, I get the pleasure of talking about personal development. And the biggest question I'm going to answer here is one a lot of us have, right? And it's why is it some people find a ton of success in this business, right? And some people find none. You know, you have these speakers up here making thousands and thousands of dollars a week, you know, and yet you have people in here that don't make any money. Why is that? We all have the same product, the same compensation plan, the same leadership, the same amazing events. All right, so why is it? This is why, guys. Let's go to my buddy Jim Rome for the answer. He says, the same wind blows on all of us, right? It's not the blowing of the wind, but the set of the sail that's going to determine your destination. And what does that mean? The same wind blows on all of us, guys. We all go through the same BS. Our friends telling us this is a scam. Who's heard that one once or twice? Yeah, once or twice, right? And then our friends saying these are dumb. We're throwing our life away. My mom thought it was a cult when I first started. She now figures out, though, it's not a cult. It's a culture, right? It's a culture of excellence. And here's the thing, guys. So we all go through the same things. It's not the blowing of the wind, but the set of the sail that determines your destination. It's your mentality. It's who you are mentally, because you can't control what happens to you in life, but you can definitely control how you react to it. So the question of the day, how do you set the sail in the right direction? That's going to get you to achieve your dreams, right? This is the biggest answer, personal development, guys, personal development. And here's the biggest way. There's 3 keys, all right, in actually applying personal development and making it grow your business. Number 1, the best way to learn, all right, in personal development is A, reading. Leaders are always readers, all right? Leaders are always readers. Will Smith is one of my mentors who I like to study. He says the key to success in life is 2 things. He says reading and running. Running, because when you're running, right, there's that voice in the side of your head, in the back of your head, being like, okay, walk this next mile. All right, walk these next 100 yards. You're tired, you've done okay. Go ahead and just take it easy, all right? There's that voice. There's also another voice. There's 2 voices in your head that's telling you can do it. All right, you can make it. Other people have done it. You just got to go out there and do it yourself, right? And you have to get to the point where the only voice you hear is that voice of positivity, that one telling you, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. So that's why running. Reading is because no matter what problem you guys are having right now, no matter what, whatever trials and tribulations you are going through, someone else has already gone through that problem, figured out the solution, and then wrote it down in a book. All right, BK once said, I heard him say this, and it really made sense to me, the best teacher is not experience. All right, the best teacher is learning from other people's experience who has been there. All right, so write these books down real quick. These are my 3 favorites that I go to. All right, number 1 is GoPro by Eric Ward. Who's read GoPro out here? Yeah, GoPro. Amazing book, guys. You can't get a professional income on an amateur skill set, right? So that book's going to give you those skills. Number 2 is Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. Who's read that one? Yeah, there we go. We guys saw Darren Hardy come up here and talk about the waves, how we're coming into the connection age and the networking age, right? Well, doesn't it only make sense that network marketing would be the business of the 21st century when we're coming into the networking age, the connection age, of course, guys. And the last thing that I'd like to read, or actually it's an audio book called Jim Rome, Building Your Network Marketing Business. Who's listening to that one online? Good. It's an hour and a half, guys, online on YouTube. Listen to it while you're in the shower. So number 1 is reading. Number 2 is what Josh Noble just talked about, finding a mentor, guys, someone who's been there, who's done that. And if you say what they say, you do what they do, you're going to get what they get. Because Brad Alcazan once told me that success leaves clues. All right, all the people you're going to hear from tonight, we all got a different style. All right, they have a different way of getting here. Except the fact of the matter is we're all here. And the fact of the matter is we all started in your shoes. Because every ambassador once started as a member that refused to quit. Every single one of us, guys, all right? And you have to figure out why we're here and emulate that, all right, and emulate that. And there's the biggest thing, though. This is the biggest thing, is you need to then apply the knowledge that you get. All right, you have to apply the knowledge that you get. Because me before Vemma, guys, there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. All right, knowledge is being able to learn things and answer a test. Like for me, I was in the business school in Michigan State. I was in the honors college there. I had a 3.8, so I had a lot of knowledge, but I never had applied it in my life because I was still dead broke, right? So you have to go and take the knowledge that you learned through reading, take it what you learned through mentoring, and apply that knowledge. Too many people aim, and never fire. One of my good friends, Jamie Cheerio is back there in the corner. All right, when I met him working at Taco Bell, and then this month, he's going to be making a 6-figure income in Vemma, all right? And give him a round of applause real quick. This is what he once said. He had a hilarious quote, right? Who's all heard of the law of attraction? Want to try some of us in here? All right. Here's the thing, is that the law of attraction can sometimes be the law of distraction, all right? For real, because some people sit there and they're thinking and thinking and thinking and trying to, positive thinking brings positive results. You can't think yourself rich. Every person up here that spoke today, we worked our freaking butts off. All right? So you have to take that knowledge, go through with a positive mindset, and do the little things every single solitary day, and that's how it works. You see, that's what helped me in my business. That's what got me to where I am, because, my story started about 19 months ago, guys. And when I got into this, I was the only kid up in Michigan. I actually got signed up on a Skype. So there wasn't Verve Hessler around me. I didn't have a Brad Alcazan sitting there that could mentor me throughout the way, all right? And I had to figure out how this thing works, because my first 4 days, I got 17 of my fraternity brothers on like that. Just because they knew me, they trusted me. They knew I wouldn't put my reputation on the line for a scam. All right, so therefore they followed me and did what I did. All right, I went home for Christmas break, assuming they were all going to do the same thing I did. All right, and the complete opposite happened. Every single one of them ended up quitting on me. All right, and I remember looking in the mirror that day and asking myself, all right, you have a choice right here to make, Luke. And Darren Hardy, I love what he talks about in the compound effects. Who you are today is simply the residual effect of your past choices and actions, all right? The reason I made more last week than my entire fraternity combined has made in their entire life is because every single day for the last 18 months, I've been doing Vemma, and they decided to quit on it, all right? So let me tell you, the biggest piece of advice I can give you is be here a year from now, all right? Be here a year from now. Yes, give it up. Be here a year from now, guys. Because this is why. When I made the decision, I remember looking in the mirror and being like, all right, Luke, you can either blame the system, say these things don't work, say you didn't get the help you needed, you didn't get the support, if I only had this, if I only had that. You can make excuses, or I realized you can freaking make money, right? Make excuses or make money. And here's the other thing I realized, is that history repeats itself. If this thing got huge at Arizona State, it's getting huge at Cal Poly. Eventually, it was going to get huge up at Michigan State University, which is where I'm from. My opinion, my prediction, is that there will be at least 5 6-figure income earners from every major university all across the country in this, all right? And I sure as hell was not going to set back and watch this happen without me, because 5 years later, I'm going to be sitting asking myself, what if, what if, what if, what if? All right, so I made the decision, and guess what, guys? Remember, it took me 4 days to get 17 people? It then took me 4 months to hit bronze. 4 months. And guess what? My whole warm market was crushed. I had no friends. I already heard about Vemma, all right? Everyone always said it was dumb. So I had to go to random people and acquaintances, all right? That was hard. And remember, I had no credibility. There was no one making money. There was no anything there, okay? And now, I just decided to go. And here's the biggest thing, is that I grew so much as a person through that, because there's a lot of people, a lot of people think success is just like a straight line, straight up, right? It's not, guys. Success is like a crazy road, all right? And that's the biggest thing, is that throughout that struggle, for the first time in my life, I felt anxiety. I felt alone, all right? Because my whole life, I was always a social guy. I always had a bunch of friends. And here's where I was at. I had all my friends, my family, all over here. And then there was me. There was no Vemma family. There was nothing. I was the only kid up in Michigan. And for the first time, I didn't have someone to go to talk about my problems. And I remember, some of you guys have seen my YouTube video about this. I remember legitimately sitting in a swing set at like 3 in the morning, all right, because I couldn't sleep. I had insomnia, all this crazy stuff, because I had this huge dream. And I was sitting there thinking, is this really worth it? Is this really what it's going to take to be successful? I lost my friends. I lost, family members lost respect for me, and it was unbelievable. And for the first time, I was failing school. My whole family thought I was throwing my life away. And I thought, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And I legitimately started crying. And I was looking up to the sky, and I prayed to God. I swear to you, I prayed to God, asking me for a sign, showing me that I'm doing the right thing. And right when I asked, guys, I saw a shooting star go across the sky. Right there, all right? And that day, that's serious, that's real. And that day, that very day, I those tears of sorrow, tears of pain turned into tears of joy, and I knew it was gonna happen. I knew one day I was gonna be standing right here speaking in front of 3,500 people. And that's what I want for you guys. Every single one of you can be here one day, all right? Every single one of you can be here one day. And here's the last thing I really want to wrap up on here, because we're running out of time, is guys, you got to understand, when you die, your life is going to be basically described in one sentence. When you die, your life will be described in one sentence. Some people call it their legacy. I challenge you guys to create that legacy right now. Make the decision that this is going to work for you, because that's what I did. All right? And I wrote it down in this card right here, all right, right when I did it. And this is what I said. I am so happy and grateful now that my family is retired. I have the feeling of complete financial freedom and have created a legacy that inspires others to transform themselves in all aspects of life. Understand, 18 months ago, this was in my head. I was right where you guys are at. Listen to the people up here, do your personal development, guys, and create a freaking legacy. I love you all. Take care. Thanks a lot.